Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is a Tesla Cyberquad. This is actually the kids version. Tesla sold these on their website for just a period back. It's kind of like end of November, early December 2021, and they sold out within a matter of like one day or something. And so I didn't actually buy it from Tesla directly. I actually bought it from a guy locally. When they were originally selling, they were selling for around $1,900 or $2,000 plus tax, and some guy locally a couple months ago was selling this for $1,700. Everyone else was trying to sell them for $2,500, $3,000, trying to make a profit on them, and this guy was just kind of trying to get rid of it because he built it, his kid didn't like it, and he sold it to us. And it didn't really wasn't really used very much. The kid rode it down the street once and it's been parked in the garage, so there wasn't hardly any use on it. And I thought buying it for $1,700 was a bargain because all the other ones are being sold at a premium. So these are actually not made by Tesla. They're sold by Tesla, but in fact they're actually licensed to Radio Flyer. And yes, you heard me right. Radio Flyer, the same company that makes like the wagons that we've all heard of. They actually are the manufacturer of this vehicle. And when I heard about that, I thought like, it's kind of going to be kind of a cheap quad. I wonder how it's going to last. What do they know about making an electric toy vehicle, when they just make wagons basically? And I thought it would hold up decently, but we've had it for probably 2 or 3 months maybe. And yeah, probably 3 months. My kids have rode it a lot. My 6-year-old loves this thing. He gets on this thing, he gets his helmet on, zips around the neighborhood, and has ridden it quite a bit, almost every day. And then I also have a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 13-year-old. They've all just loved this, and then the kids in the neighborhood have loved it too. So it's been a fun toy, and I say toy because it's really not an ATV. I mean, I don't think this thing could really do much off-roading, but it doesn't have any suspension in the front. The rear has a little spring in it. It's really not a damper or any kind of shock. It's just a spring. But I want to show you guys what happens. So we've had this, like I said, probably 2 or 3 months. We've ridden it a lot, but stopped working and don't really know what the problem is. And I'll show you kind of what we've gotten into and what the symptom is. Maybe you guys can help me find out what the problem is. And I guess I'll try to reach out to Radio Flyer and see like what kind of warranty this thing has. But this thing's not even a year old. I mean, this really probably only been out for 6-7 months, so I don't know if anyone else has had any issues with this, but let me show you what's going on with this. All right, this is a cover for the rear chain area, and it actually goes on right here. So if you can kind of see, this is with the cover removed, and the symptom that it was originally giving me, I thought maybe this chain had come off, and like it had just come off the sprocket, and I just needed to put the chain back on. But it actually has these little spring-loaded tensioners that are keeping the spring from really getting loose. So that's not the problem. Let me turn this on. So if we turn this on here, all right, and then here's the high-low switch. So that's low, that's high as far as the speed goes. Let me show you what's going on here. I'm going to keep it on. It does it in both gears, but if I go up here to the handlebar and push down the... So that's in high, and... Okay, that's shifting to neutral. Now I shift back to forward. All right, so up here is the forward. This is reverse, that's forward. That kind of switches the motor back into the forward and reverse, but it does the same. So that's reverse, it's forward. If I switch it to high gear, forward and reverse, symptom's the same. The motor just spins, but it's not spinning the chain. It's not spinning the sprocket. It's almost like inside of this gear housing there's a stripped out gear or something. I was hoping it'd be something simple, but it doesn't seem simple because I'm gonna have to remove a lot of components to really get to this. But if anyone else has had any of these issues, let me know, because I'd be happy to learn what a fix is. I'm going to contact the manufacturer and just kind of see what the deal is with this. I want to point out one other issue we've had with this. Okay, this is the rear right side wheel, and you can see there's actually a silver bolt going through here. The other side's black. And we've actually had, this is the third bolt that I've had to put in here. And I don't know if it's because it's been coming out loose or if it's been sheared off, but the first one, the black one, we lost that within a week. It might have just fallen out. I don't know, but I went and found another one, and then we lost that one. This is the third one that we've put in there. And this one seemed to hold up okay. I've actually had to, if I turn this wheel around here, let me show you. I've actually had to use a double nut. I've used one nut on the bottom and then another one on top to tighten that nut in there, so that way they're tightened into each other, so that won't come loose. So I don't know if it's been shearing off or it's just been coming out, but I've lost 3 bolts out of there, and that's kind of been a hassle. But with the motor not working, that's the biggest issue, because it's really undrivable at this point. So guys, this little Cyberquad, it's been a fun toy for my kids, but you know, if it's not working, it's not fun for anyone, and it feels like a big waste of money because it just kind of broke. I guess the good news is there's not a lot of moving components. It's not like a gas version that has a motor and a lot of moving components. If I have to replace this motor, it's probably not going to be terribly expensive, but just the fact that it's broke after just a few months kind of is a disappointment. But anyways, guys, leave down below in the comments if you've heard of this, if you know what the fix is, if you know any if you've had similar problems with these. Guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll kind of keep you guys updated as I get any kind of resolution, but I wanted to throw this out there. If you guys are looking at buying one of these, like especially on the secondhand market, you can find them on eBay. Like, they're all overpriced. Everyone wants a premium for them, $2,500 plus for these things. Definitely not worth the price if you're looking to actually use it. I know a lot of people are just buying them and keeping them in a box and hoping, you know, in 10 years they're worth, you know, $10,000 or whatever. I mean, it's like a collector's item. But my kids wanted to use this thing, and as it should be usable and functional, and it should be able to take everyday use. It, you know, hasn't been abused. No adults have ridden this thing. It shouldn't have stripped out, or whatever the problem is with this thing. Anyways, guys, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.